Now that you have an understanding on the concept of timber harvesting and marketing, you know that we're dealing with the harvesting of timber, the treatment of timber, and the marketing of timber. Now, there is also a factor that affects forestry, and that factor is deforestation. So, when we need timber, how then best can we work with the forest in order to also not uh, reduce or the number of trees that we have? So our next topic is deforestation. So on deforestation, our objective is to describe the causes of deforestation, explain the effects of deforestation, suggest possible solutions to deforestation, explain the importance of afforestation and reforestation. So, as a student, you need to have knowledge on deforestation, afforestation, and reforestation. So, make notes on these three key issues when you want to answer deforestation. Remember, when the questions come, you should be able to recall deforestation, afforestation, and reforestation. Reforestation. So the notes and activities to keep in mind will be on the effects of deforestation, surveying maybe on the extent of deforestation in your area, and also identify the possible solutions to deforestation in the locality where you stay, and also the planting of trees. So this will also, if you are able to maybe get an understanding from the Forestry Commission in Zimbabwe, they will help you also to know on how these things work. That is also the timber and marketing of timber, and also the deforestation. So you need to have access to that, because we also have what you call the Forest Act that we have here in Zimbabwe in terms of the policies. So welcome to our tutorial on deforestation, afforestation, and reforestation. I'm Zwai Fayo Mavunga, and today we'll cover the causes and effects of deforestation, explore the possible solutions, and discuss the importance of afforestation and reforestation. So the session is there also to help you in understanding the critical environmental issues and prepare you effectively for your exams. Our lessons objectives include: describe the causes of deforestation, explain the effects of deforestation, suggest possible solutions to deforestation, explain the importance of afforestation and reforestation, discuss the local deforestation issues and solutions, and also understand the process of planting trees. So let's look into the first thing, the causes of deforestation. Now, first is agricultural extension. So clearing land or forest to create farmland for crops and livestock. So this causes deforestation. And an example is large-scale monoculture farming, illegal logging for agricultural use. Then we have logging. So logging, this is harvesting timber for construction, paper products, and fuel. Example is commercial logging operations, unsustainable logging practices. Remember, when you are doing tobacco production, we need timber for the curing process of tobacco. So that then becomes the logging of, so we then go and then cut down trees, which may result in what? Deforestation. And then we have urbanization. So urbanization, this is the expanding of our trees and infrastructure into forested areas. So building roads, housing developments, and industrial zones. will also expand into our forested areas, leading again to the cutting down of trees, though it's on the positive, but we'll be losing what? Trees, because this urbanization. Then we also have mining. So mining, this is the extraction of minerals and resources from forested land. So we do the open pit mining, the strip mining. These are examples of mining which will cause us to cut down trees and remove trees on our not to be disturbed on our what? Mining operations. Now let's look again on the climate change. Climate change also lead to what? Increases in deforestation. That is, changes in climatic conditions lead to increased forest fires and also pest outbreaks. So increased frequency of wildfires and also changes in the forest ecosystems. Now, when you are dealing with deforestation, you also need to define what deforestation is and what the examples of deforestation and then its effects, right? How it affects or what causes deforestation. Then in the second segment, we're looking into effects of deforestation. So our first effect is loss of biodiversity. So the loss of biodiversity, this is the destruction of habitats leading to the extinction of plants and animal species. And the examples include endangered species losing their natural habitat, loss of genetic diversity. Then we have the climatic change. So this deforestation causes or contributes to increase carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere. So reduced carbon sequestration, increased greenhouse gas emission, because we no longer have trees to reduce carbon dioxide or carbon in the atmosphere during photosynthesis. Then we have soil erosion. This removal of trees leads to increased soil erosion and degradation. So loss of fertile topsoil, for example, and also increased sedimentation in rivers. Then disruption of the water cycle, the hydrological cycle, you've learned it in geography. So forests play a key role in regulating local and global water cycles. Remember, for example, altered rainfall patterns, reduced water availability. Then we have the impacts on indigenous communities. So deforestation affects our livelihood and also the cultures of our indigenous people. This include loss of traditional lands and also displacement of what? Communities. Then segment 3, solutions to deforestation. So what is it that we can do in order to reduce deforestation? First, we need to be sustainable logging practices. This is implementing methods to minimize environmental impact. For example, selective logging, reduced impact logging. So then we have reforestation and afforestation. So planting trees to restore deforested areas and also create new forest. For example, governments and NGO leading tree planting activities, community tree planting activities, and also have legal protection. This is in enforcing laws and regulations to protect forested areas. This example, establishing protected areas, regulating land use. This is also a work by the EMA, which is Environmental Management Agency, and also the Forest Act or the Forest Commission in Zimbabwe, which is the laws from the Forest Act. So this is for legal protection. Then promoting alternative livelihoods, that is providing alternative sources of income to reduce dependence on forest resources. For example, making use of solar systems, biogas, and also coal is in replacement for firewood or for fuel. Then also ecotourism and also sustainable agricultural practices. Then we also have education and awareness. So raising awareness about the importance of the forest and also sustainable practices is good enough, as we can provide, for example, environmental educational programs, community outreach initiatives. This is as a way to reduce or as solutions to what? To deforestation. Now let's look into the importance of afforestation and reforestation. So what you need to understand there is we are cutting down trees, which is deforestation, right? We are removing trees in an area, and then what does that removal of trees or cutting down of trees, right, do to the environment, do to the biodiversity, do to the community, do to the environment? So these are now the effects that you are what? You then have to state. Now, after stating this, the effects of cutting down trees to the community, to the biodiversity, what are the solutions to what? To that deforestation. So we then introduce educational awareness, where we educate people on the importance of trees. So when people are now educated, they get to understand and take cognizance of the importance of trees. So now we look into the importance of afforestation and reforestation. So afforestation, by definition, this is the planting of trees on land that was not previously forested. So the benefits include increases forest cover, enhances biodiversity, improves soil health. Then we have reforestation. So what is reforestation? So this is restoring forest to areas that were previously deforested. So afforestation, we are saying the land has never been forested and we are creating a new forest. But reforestation, we say we have identified areas that were previously deforested, and then we go there and plant trees, that is restoring forest to areas that were previously deforested. So the benefits that we restore the ecosystem, we help in combating climate change, and also improves water cycles. So the combined benefits is that we have climate regulation. So both afforestation and reforestation help in sequencing or sequestering carbon dioxide. Then we also have ecosystem restoration. So this improves habitat for wildlife and restores natural processes. So now let's look at the local surveys and solutions. So when you are looking at your local survey, right, surveying deforestation, for example, what do you look at? So you might be asked to say, in your local environment, you have been given this assignment to survey on deforestation. What are you looking at? You are assessing the extent of deforestation in your locality, in the area where you live. So the methods you can use is satellite imageries, you can use the field surveys, and also community reports. So by that, it will help you to identify places that have been deforested, and places that need afforestation, places that need reforestation. Then the methods, maybe you can do a field survey. So identifying local solutions. So you're now tailoring solutions, right, to address deforestation causes specific to your area. So you identify the solution at local level. For example, local reforestation project, community-based conservation programs. So the local reforestation projects is we are looking at the type of trees that can survive at local level in your area, and then those are the type of trees that you plant. Then we look into community involvement. This is the description. We're saying engaging communities in conservation efforts, tree planting days, educational maybe planning educational workshops on sustainable practices. Then the last one we are looking at is selecting tree species, that is planting trees. So choosing appropriate species based on local conditions and goals. So this is selecting tree species. So in example, we are looking at native species, fast growing species for quick cover. So planting techniques, this is the proper methods for planting trees to ensure healthy growth. Examples include preparing the soil, planting at right depth, and watering. Then we have maintenance, ongoing care to ensure the survival and growth of the planted trees. And then we have weeding, pest control, monitoring the growth of the tree. So in conclusion, what we have discussed, understanding the causes of and effects of deforestation along with effective solution is crucial for addressing environmental challenges. Afforestation and reforestation play key roles in restoring and maintaining forested areas. So stay informed maybe with Forest Act and also the Forest Commission in Zimbabwe, the environmental management agencies, maybe also the community-based organizations in your place, the non-governmental organizations in your place on deforestation issues, and participate in conservation efforts. So your actions can also make a significant impact and it will help you in understanding. Thank you for joining today's tutorial. Good luck with your studies, and remember to review this concept regularly and keep up the great work. I know you will make it. The best of luck. So for your online tutorials and also as a resource person, you can contact us on +263 782 108 484. We can provide you with tutoring and exercises on preparing for your exams. Thank you.